Hi, Year 4. Lesson 2 this week is carrying on from lesson 1, thinking about division, and this time we're dividing 3-digit numbers by a single digit, and what models we can use and how they may help us. So going back to our original model from the first lesson, what we're going to do is do exactly the same thing, but this time introduce the hundreds column. So I've got my place value grid. I split it into 4 rows because we're dividing by 4. Pause now and have a go. Okay, so let's run through this again in exactly the same way. The first bit is we always start with the hundreds column. So we're going to split 8 evenly between 4, which means we have 2 in each row, because 8 divided by 4 is 2. And we can check we've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to divide our tens 4 into 4 equal columns, and that puts 1 in each, and the same with our ones, 1 in each. And that, when we add them, we look at just one row, gives us our answer. Our answer here is 211. So 844 divided by 4 is 211. So here is 2 more questions. I've got my place value grid here. I'm not going to divide it for you. Have a go at these 2 questions, and then I'll show you how it would work on our place value grid. Have a go now. Pause now. Okay, so the first step that we need to do is to split our place value grid into how many rows we have that we're divided by. So the first time is splitting it into 5. So I'm just going to put lines across to show splitting into 5 rows. There we go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And then I'm going to draw my place value counters in here. And this is where it becomes quite interesting, because we do have to carry in this case. So keep an eye on it and have a look. The first one is we do our hundreds. We have 5 hundreds, we're divided by 5. That means we have 1 in each row, like that. Then we're doing our tens. We've only got 2. Now I can't put that 2 tens anywhere. So the 2 tens that we have left, which are here, they are going to have to move and be exchanged into ones. So that means we have 25 ones that we have equally share. So if we're doing that, 25 divided by 5 is 5. That means in each we need to put 5. There we go. And we keep going down. We should have 25 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, and 500, 525. Again, I'm only looking in just one row. So I've got 100, no tens, and 5 ones. So my answer is 105. Now, we do exactly the same when looking at dividing the next one. So we clear our grid. We are going to split it into 3 rows. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And I do my hundreds left. I've got 9 of them. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So in each, each row I should have 3. And then we check we've got 900. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 900. There are no 10s, no 10. And then there are 3 1s. So I put my 3 1s in. I look in just one of my columns, and I know that my answer is 301. So my answer is 301. Now we can also use the part-whole model to do this division using 3 digits. So in the same way that we did it before, you can see what we've done. Have a go and see what you can do. Pause now. Okay. So what Eva's done here is split the 844 into 840 and 4. So she just split it into hundreds, tens, and ones, which is fine in this case because each of these are divisible by 4. 4 is divisible by 4, we know, and that's 1. We have 40 divided by 4, that's in our times tables, we know that's 10. Now in this case, we can kind of use a trick to know this. So we've got 2 zeros here, we know that 2 zeros divided by 4 are still going to be 0, we can't split them. But we can do 8 divided by 4, so 8 divided by 4 is 2, but it's in the hundreds column, so we've got to retain that hundreds column. So we put the 2 zeros in. So 800 divided by 4 will be 200. So our answer will be 211. Now once again, we don't have to just split it into the hundreds, tens, and ones. In the other case that we've got on the screen now, we split it with a flexible partitioning. So we've done 800 because we know that's divisible by 4, giving us 200. We know that 40, which is part of 56, we know that 40 is divisible by 4, that gives us 10. And we know 16, which is what's left, is also divisible by 4. And there are actually lots of other ways that she could have partitioned this. It doesn't have to be even 3 parts. You can divide it as many times as you like, as long as you maintain that each part makes the whole still. So you can still use your times table knowledge in order to find your answers. And this is why our times tables are so important. So here are 2 more. Have a go and see what's different. Pause now. Okay, so let's have a look and see if we can do what's here. So what she's done, or what's happened to begin with, is they've split them into the hundreds, tens, and ones in each case here, and then we're dividing by 4. So we've got the amount we're dividing by here. Now, 100 actually is divisible by 4. You need to work it out if you're going to do it, but if we work on our times tables, we know that 40 is divisible by 4, 10. Another 40 gets us to 80, so that must be 20. Another 20 gets us to 100, which is 5. So 25 in this case. 100 divided by 4 is 25. You could also remember that if you were thinking about your quarters, and that way to do it is halve and halve it again. Same with 60, you could halve it and halve it again, and it's 15. Or if you remember that 40 is 10 and 20 is 5, put them together and get 15. Then 8 divided by 4 is 2. So our answer for this, we have to add all of these parts together. So we do 25 plus 15, which is 40, plus 2, so it's 42. In the case of this one, we do the same thing again. So we still got here 25, because that hasn't changed. And this one hasn't changed, it's still 15. But in this case, we're left with 9. 9 divided by 4 is, the closest we can get is 8. So that's 2. But it has a remainder 1. And that's where our remainders come in. Remember, always try to put them in your units column, because otherwise you will have a remainder which is over what the number you're dividing by, which you can't have. So in this case, the answer would be 42 with that remainder 1. And that's because that is 1 more than the other answer. And the difference is there would be a remainder in 1, not the other. Here are your questions for this lesson. Number 1 is you can use any method you like in order to solve either the partitioning or part-whole model or the place value grid if you want to, and work out what the answers are from those. And the second question is a problem-solving question, just to see if you can try and get the answer using the methods that we have used today. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next lesson.